Hello, and welcome to the Umuofian newscast. I'm your host, Umuofian, and today we'll be covering quite a bit of information. So strap yourselves in and get ready for the news of Umuofian. Starting off today will be our resident sports expert and current analysis to discuss various sports currently going on in Umuofian.
Welcome to Sports in the Land of Umuofian. My name is Lebronicus Daquan, here to give you updates on what is happening in the world of sports. Wrestling is in full swing during the week of peace as normal. The two best wrestlers, Ikezue and Okafo, were at it again and everyone was watching, even the man who threw the cat, Okonkwo. This year, Okafo came out on top, taking the title of the best wrestler. When it comes to shooting, every shot counts, and guns and bullets are few, and we have found over the week that even though Okonkwo may be able to hit the broadside of a barn of yams, he definitely cannot hit a person from 3 feet away. Maybe Okonkwo, you should stick to wrestling. In the world of war, Okonkwo now leads the tallies in the number of heads with 5. The next warrior coming in with 4 heads, then followed by a warrior with 2 heads, and following up with a warrior with 1 head. A new sport has been introduced by the white people known as converting. The missionaries and all the members of the church refer to adding people to their religion as converting. And as predicted, the missionaries are leading the numbers of conversions. That's it for Umuofian Sports Report. Back to you, Obi, in the studio.
Thank you, Lebronicus, for your report on sports of this great land. Now we have an inside scoop on a very tense family dynamic with our reporter Yemen. Yemen?
Okonkwo, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us today.
They said I needed to do this for the title I wanted next.
Well, regardless, it's very nice of you to meet with the station. We just had a few quick questions for you, if that's okay.
Sure.
So we're here to discuss your father, Onoka, and we are just curious if you could describe him for us a little bit.
He was the most effeminate man to ever walk the earth. He was lazy, unambitious, gentle, loving, basically everything a man shouldn't be. I hate him and everything he stood for with a burning passion that can't be quenched by 1,000 monsoons.
Wow, so suffice to say you were not on the best of terms.
No, I'm glad he died away from us in the evil forest. He did not deserve even a woman's burial.
So, we heard a lot about his instrument. Can you talk about that? He played the flute, correct?
Correct, and the cursed instrument is next to his skeleton, where it belongs.
Alright, well, we're almost out of time, so we just have one last quick question here, if you don't mind.
What?
So we were wondering if you could give us some inside tips for your farming.
Oh, that's an easy one. All it takes is a strong hoe and some serious determination. Just plant the seeds about this far apart, and after that it's a cinch. If you really need, you can go get some sisal leaves and put them in little circles.
Alright, that's all the time we have today, so back to Obi in the studio.
I'm not done. The sisal leaves keep the yam crops nice and wet for its development, and it does a great job at keeping it not growing.
Thank you, Yemen, for that interview, and thank you to Okonkwo as well. Now, we go to a commercial break, and when we return, we'll take a look at the stock market's performance over the last few market weeks, take an in-depth look at the week of peace, and get an exclusive interview with the Kemifuna. Stay tuned.
Have you ever had problems with yam storage? Or people just come in and steal your yams? It's a sad feeling. Those are your crops. Those are your life essentials. Well, don't fear. We have State Yam. We are here to help you with your yams and ensure that they are safe. We will replace yam for yam, maybe 2, just depends on the day. We might have a special. Just call State Yam, 1-800-YAM.
All right, we're back. And first things first, we're heading to the economic sector with our resident expert, Peter Parker-Pan. Peter?
Thank you, Obi. So we're going to take a look at some of the various stock markets we have here and the various shares in those markets. So first off, the machete has risen dramatically in stock. It's now holding at around 25 calories per share as opposed to the previous 10. So this is pretty much due to the massacre at Abame by the British and people needing to defend themselves more often and just the overall aggressive feeling of the area, and so it's being reflected in this stock increase. Moving along, the market value for yam seeds is a little lower, which should be very good for people looking to go invest in yams and go make their yam seeds. It's dropping from 0.5 calories to 0.47 calories, so you can buy more yam seeds now for a cheaper price, which is very good. Obies, the construction of them, are also dropping in price from 1,000 calories to 927 calories, which should be good for people looking to expand their homes. So overall, it's definitely a very expansive market. You know, the calories are dropping for both yams and obies, so you're able to expand a lot more, build bigger farms. And it's building for machetes a little bit too, just a little bit more of an aggressive, more people have weapons now. So it's an aggressive and an expansive market. Also, economic side note, the prices for goat skin bags, snuff, and guns all stayed relatively the same, so there's nothing to worry about there. And the going price for each title in the clan is now 250, and then 500, and then 1,000, and then 2,500 calories currently. And the going price for a wife, the bridal dowry, is 150 times the amount you currently have. That basically wraps up the economic sector. Thank you so much for having me, Obi, and back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Peter. So, now we're going to talk about the Week of Peace for a second. The Week of Peace is one of the most sacred and dope weeks of the year. It is a time where we pay respects to the gods, meet with friends, sacrifice to ancestors, and much more. Now, there's one thing that everyone knows to not do, and that's any sort of violence, including beating your wife. But nonetheless, for the first time in years, it has happened. Okonkwo, in full anger, beat his wife and attempted to shoot his wife, just missing. If amends are not made soon, the whole village could be in trouble. All crops might be ruined for the year. Hopefully, Okonkwo will make amends. Otherwise, it will be a very long year full of drought and deadly floods.
Wait, both?
Yes, both. Don't question the writers.
Both is good.
We're going to shift gears again with the promised interview of Kamifuna here with another interviewer, Jerome Humpkins. Jerome?
Thank you, Obi. Now, at Kimifuna, we're here to ask you some questions if you don't mind.
Not at all, as long as I can get back to my yam fields before Conco knows I'm missing.
Oh, we won't be long.
Alright, what's up?
Well, talk to us about your time here in Umuofian.
Well, I was scared at first, but Okonkwo has really taken me under his wing. I don't know what I would have done without him. He's been very important in my time here.
I heard at Kamifuna that you have a strong relationship with Noye.
Yeah, he's really my best friend here. Another benefit of being in Okonkwo's household. In fact, hold on a second. Here he is now.
Hey, Noye. We were just asking Kamifuna some questions, and he said that you two are inseparable. Care to add any additional content?
No, I think that just about sums it up. We are great friends.
Well, one last question then, and you two can go back to work.
Sure.
Do you plan on staying here if the Oracle lets you free?
Well, I'd like to go home, but I think I'd stay here, marry some nice girls, and make my home here in Umuofia with Noe and Okonkwo nearby.
Do you really like it here?
Of course I like it. It's pretty great.
Well, thank you so much for giving us your time. Back to you, Obi.
Do you ever find your yams rotting?
Maybe.
Do you constantly have to stack them on fence posts to keep them good year-round?
All the time.
Are you sick of not having the proper yam storage for the year?
Of course.
Well, look no further. My name is Paul Strobel, and for the small price of 199 calories, my team of PhDs in yamology will install a yam storage area for you. We'll place your yams in it for your convenience as well. Buy now, and we'll give you a free 30-day trial in one of our own storage areas. If you aren't satisfied with your yams, we'll pay for any damaged or bruised yams, but buy now. Prices will rise quickly.
Locusts everywhere. And for all of you looking to catch as many as possible, wait until the night or early morning because the locusts can't then fly away. And luckily, the good weather has continued, which means the crops should be doing well, especially the yams.
So, Knocker to Pickaninny. What'd you think of the new Yam Festival yesterday?
You know what? I thought it went very well. Lots of entertainment, very good fun. The food was incredible, wasn't it?
Oh, very wonderful. Greatly matched.
And besides that, the crop load was very large this year, so very successful for the community, and hopefully we can work with that next year.
Knocker Pickaninny, everyone. The British are coming. And we're quite scared. We're gonna kick it to the field with Jacob.
I
don't have much time, but the British are coming. We saw an albino man in the forest. He was on his iron horse, but we captured him. But we don't have much time.
Hello, I'm just hiding from the Igbo people. They haven't been very friendly since the white missionaries arrived. There's a new building in the land of Umuofia. It was built by the white missionaries, and if you're just tuning in, they call it a church. It's a building where the missionaries preach their religion to their followers and teach the people who come and want to learn more. Mr. Smith is the head of the church, and even though the religion isn't popular with the leaders of Umuofia, Mr. Smith and the leaders of Umuofia will have gotten along well, and it seems that the church building will stay.
In other news, white people are cracking down on snuff.
Smoke weed every day.
Now, for a story on the conversion of Umuofian.
We're here live with Naomi, the son of Okonkwo, and we were just wondering if we could ask you a few quick questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so the first question we have here is, what caused you to convert?
Well, obviously, Jesus, for sure, but also goes back to the death of my friend and adopted brother, Ikeme Funa. When my father had killed him, it kind of just destroyed me. He was like that other piece. He kind of fulfilled who I was as a person. So he had betrayed me, leading me to make this decision.
So you sound like you have found some peace with this new religion. Would you would say you found peace in this religion?
Yes, especially the songs. The songs are just so beautiful, and they bring that peace and tranquility into me.
Okay, but obviously there are some things that to the kind of community are very weird, like the doctrine of the Trinity. Does that make any sense to you? And if so, can you really describe it for our viewers at home?
No, I mean, I'm just fairly new to this religion, but it doesn't really matter, because I'm sure as I progress in this religion that I'll find some clarity soon.
All right, and there you have it. So we're running out of time here. We're going to throw it back to the studio, back to Obi, and thank you so much for taking the time to be here.
If you've eaten Wakiba's cocoa yams on the third market week, you may be liable for a 200 calorie claim. Investigator Umuofian, or He Cometh in Peace, has found that there is a problem with the cocoa yams, as they were stored incorrectly using plastic in the sun, and were used past the feast of the new yam. Call 1-800-GET-YAMS for assistance.
Sadly, that's the end of our show. We will see you next time.
That is bad.
Okay, so I'm trying to read this thing,
I'm gonna flip this deck.
and all I get is Brandon just...
I'm gonna flip this deck.
Ding, 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 ding.
I am the one, the way your son